Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Mic check 1, 2. Mic check 1, 2, 3.
And good morning from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Buffalo's Riverside Park, where Nickel City Hockey Network is proud to present continuing coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey. Hello, I'm Aaron Alpern alongside Sean McHugh in the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. And Sean, this is the first season of Hasek's Heroes travel hockey, and in this first season, that team now gets a taste of playoff hockey.
They get a taste of playoff hockey at home. Yes, hockey fans, there is a team in blue and gold that will make the playoffs this year and will play at home, and that is these Hasek's Heroes 10U squads. The mission of Hasek's Heroes is to give these kids a chance to play hockey where otherwise they may not be able to. Well, these kids took the opportunity and ran with it. They have come together big time as a squad led by the birthday boy, head coach Joe Latempio, and now they find themselves in a home playoff game, and they get drama as they get to face off against a team that they lost to earlier in the season. They get a chance to get some revenge at home as Gabe Mason wins the face-off, and we are underway.
Hasek's Heroes against the Tonawanda Thunder Gray team in the first round of the Western New York 10U playoffs. Hasek's Heroes coming in with a 9-4-2 record. Tonawanda a 10-3-1 record, so a pair of pretty evenly matched teams when you look at the overall records, but a great opportunity for both sides to get that taste of playoff hockey. We are underway here early on in the first period. Tonawanda and Hasek's Heroes with the puck in the Hasek's Heroes zone. Battle against the far wall as Tonawanda comes away with it. Might have a 2-on-1 down low. Shot comes in. Save is made. Actually, it does sneak through. It ends up getting past the netminder, and it ends up finding the back of the net. Tonawanda Thunder find the game's first goal, and it goes to number 11, Domenico Canazzi, as Tonawanda gets the early 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Canazzi doing a great job, and you got to think that the head coach of the Tonawanda Gray team loves that. Alana Kraft got handcuffed by the shot a little bit. It squeaked through her. Instead of quitting on the play, he went straight to the net, and he got an early rebound, and Tonawanda jumps out early to a 1-0 lead just 40 seconds into the game.
Neutral zone faceoff. Hasek's Heroes winning control of that draw and sending it into the Tonawanda zone. Back through the neutral zone where Gabe Mason finds control. Mason along to Jones, and then Mason picks up a loose puck, and he's got to step on the defender. Gabriel Mason in alone, goes to the forehand and shoots on the near side, puts it past the netminder. The immediate answer from Hasek's Heroes. 1 minute into the game, we've already got 2 goals, Sean.
This is what you sign up for playoff hockey, and it is the lightning rod himself, Gabe Mason. Took it personally that they allowed the first goal. Mason causes the turnover and uses that unbelievable speed he has, gets it alone on the goaltender. It's almost like the pace of basketball. 1 possession, 1 bucket, 2 possessions, 2 buckets, and we are in for a show here.
So we're expecting something like a 70-68 game here today, Sean?
Yes, and the last 2 minutes are going to take an hour and a half.
Oh, I got to get extra timeouts because it's going to resemble basketball. I like it. Actually, I don't, because, that'll kind of push into the next ice time.
Well, also, though, these kids can do a little bit more. That would be called fouls and get people suspended in the NBA, so this might actually be better. Oh, nice
Puck comes into the Tonawanda zone. Canazzi with another opportunity, but he can't quite settle it down to get that shot away. Does get it in front. Great pass right on the doorstep, and it's put home by Ethan Zarowski as Tonawanda continues the basketball-type pace. One possession, one goal, one possession, one goal on the other end. Tonawanda with the answer from the Hasek Heroes goal. It's now 2-1.
And it's the number 11 show here, the Kyrie Irving, if I will, to the Trey Youngs. Just Gabe Mason, Kamazi, everybody leading the play. Great job by Alana Kraft to slow down the shot, but instead of panicking into a tough shot, he holds it and feeds it in front. Another wide open net. Hasek needs to maybe tighten up around their crease, but now they got to play catch up.
Puck comes through the neutral zone. It's going to be Caleb Mosier, the first one to it, right along his own blue line. Can't get it past the forechecker from Tonawanda, and the Thunder find possession in the offensive zone. Cross-ice pass to Noah Lundqvist, and he has it on his forehand. Tries to get that pass back through the slot. Really solid defense played there by Mallory McDonald. McDonald hounding the puck now, creates another turnover and gets it to Caleb Mosier, and he slides it through the neutral zone. Foot race for that loose puck as it comes back into Tonawanda territory. Noah Lundqvist picking it up there, but his pass is intercepted by Mosier. Mosier now trying to get it deep in the offensive zone, but Tonawanda forcing a turnover and getting it to the blue line and out into the neutral zone. Now another foot race for a loose puck. Caleb Mosier keeping an eye on Adam Middleton.
Check. Not only the effort, but the angle he took.
Yeah, that was perfectly executed right there by Caleb Mosier, making sure that he had the proper line and stick angle to take that puck away from the opponent. Puck sent in over the Hasek Heroes blue line off the stick of Wesley Stottlemyre. Comes back into the neutral zone. Another turnover opportunity. Mallory McDonald has a breakaway. McDonald in alone, getting harassed from behind.
Defense again, though. Now the defense is showing up.
Both sides trading the defensive plays, as that was Wesley Stottlemyre making sure that he hustled back into the defensive zone to keep that breakaway opportunity from really being a clean breakaway. It was that little bit of harassment from behind that kept McDonald from getting a good shot away. We have a offsides call along the Tonawanda blue line. 9:02 now remaining in period number one. It's already a 2-1 hockey game. At least there for the moment, we didn't see a goal on an offensive possession.
And now here comes the big line with Mike Wright. And right off the hop, a collision. The play's onside, though.
Usiak with a nice move to get around one defender. Usiak has it again and makes a pass to Wright, but a little bit behind him. Tonawanda finding control now, and a great pass through the neutral zone. In alone is Kanazi again. Forehand shot over the shoulder of the netminder. 3-1 now Tonawanda, as they have fired hard pucks in from in tight and really showed that pinpoint accuracy with the shooting and the pass that set that one up, Sean. That was dynamite.
Oh, yeah, the shot was absolutely spectacular, but none of that is even possible without that amazing pass. That looked like Hasek was in perfect position for a back check, and they were, but a beautiful backhand saucer pass, and then Kanazi gets in alone. Alana Kraft, no chance on that high glove save, and here he comes again.
Kanazi in around the defenseman, takes the shot, saved by Alana Kraft with the left pad. Puck comes into the corner, played up the left wing wall, but not out of the zone, held in there by Ben Kuda. Hasek Heroes creating a turnover, and it comes across the blue line into center ice. Mike Wright there putting some pressure on, but Tonawanda is going to go in offsides on the play. And we have a stoppage now with 8:19 remaining in period number one. Our broadcast today brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social, the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Locations downtown Buffalo and in Orchard Park. Face-off is won by Tonawanda, and they send it deep into the Hasek Heroes zone. The first player to the puck is Gabe Mason in the near corner. Mason makes a move, and then a pass to Caleb Mosier. Now a loose puck here just inside the circle as it's played back toward the point. That one's going to leave the zone, and Tonawanda's going to have to regroup at center ice. Gabe Mason almost had an opportunity to go in alone as Bradley Cohen had a little bit of difficulty collecting that puck. Eventually, though, he did find possession, and now Tonawanda sends it into the offensive end. Gabe Mason again hunting down a loose puck here in the near corner. Has it on the forehand, tries to make a pass, again, eventually makes a second pass. Can't quite find Liam Karalunas with that one. It's going to go to the length of the ice. This one thought it was going to go for icing.
They called it icing. There's only one ref, though, so I mean that's going to be tough, which is one official on the ice.
Puck comes back out into center ice and then played back into the Tonawanda zone. Thunder getting possession and sending it through the neutral zone quickly. Let's see if this one goes for icing. Referee with his arm up. Chevalier got to it just before that one crossed the red line.
Maybe he hustled too much there. That finally happened, Aaron. Too much hustle in a hockey play.
I am never going to say there's too much hustle. It was just enough hustle to make sure that there wasn't an icing call on the play.
Take possession of the puck over the icing all day, though.
There you go. Puck is played towards the blue line. A little bit of difficulty handling it there for the Tonawanda defenseman. Liam Karalunas just sends that one all the way in. Almost got past the netminder. Actually, it did get past the netminder. Fortunately for him, that one squeaked wide.
Turnover in front.
Could be a chance here for Hasek's Heroes. Mosier just couldn't quite get possession of that one to get a shot away. And now the puck comes up the near side.
Oh my God, Mason, what a play right below our broadcast position.
Diving defensive play by Mason, and now he's going to work on the offensive zone. He's got two different back checkers causing some difficulty there. Really nice play by the two Tonawanda Thunder defenders to make sure Mason didn't get that shot off. They have to go back to work, though, again here as Mason goes up the right side wall, and he's got a player in front. He's got O'Sullivan there in front of the net, tries to feed it there, but a good play by the netminder, Dylan Parks, keeping that pass from getting in front of him. Puck played along the near wall, kept in at the point by O'Connor. Tonawanda does clear it to center ice, though. O'Connor taking it back and trying to get it into the zone. Good play there by Adam Middleton to take it away and send it into the Hasek's Heroes zone. 6 minutes to go in the first period, and now Tonawanda with a lane up the far side. The shot comes in, but a diving block by Gabe Mason, not only making things happen in the offensive end, but laying out to get a block defensively. Mason looking to skate it out of the zone now, and he does have control of it. Maybe a little bit of a lane up the left wing.
He's gone.
Cuts back towards the slot. Has a little bit of harassment coming from behind, but gets the shot away. Just rings it off the near post. Mason had plenty of time to get that speed going through the neutral zone. Stottlemyre came in late to make it a little bit more difficult, but he still got a really good shot away. Parks fortunate that one hit the outside of the post and not the inside.
Man, so the two number 11s are going to steal the show today. That's to be expected as, man, Gabe Mason doing it on offense and defense, then just turning on the afterburners and getting a shot on goal and doinking it off the post. I mean, it might be 3-1, but this about as even as a game as you're seeing here in terms of chances.
This is Howard and Kanazi on for the draw. Puck comes back towards the point. Simonik stepping up to make a play. Does create a loose puck, but it's going to be an offsides play as Hasek's Heroes had to tag up so they couldn't send it back into the zone. Tiani Wojciechowski quickly back into her own end to pick up that loose puck. Good hustle there, because if she doesn't get to that puck before the Tonawanda player does, that one could be trouble. Tonawanda 5's possession. The dangerous Domenico Kanazi lets another shot go. It goes off the skate of Kraft, and it ends up past her into the back of the net. Now 4-1 in favor of Tonawanda, and I said the dangerous Domenico Kanazi. He has been lethal here in this first period.
He scored 3 and assisted on the other, so if you're Hasek, you got to know who to watch. He's wearing number 11, and he's got the rec specs on, which I've always been intimidated by players wearing rec specs. I don't know. It's just another level you see with that. And Kanazi, a set play off the face-off, and he's leading it again.
Kanazi hustling into the offensive zone, making sure he gets to that loose puck first.
Two different
Hasek's Heroes defenders, though, not giving him much room to work with. Kanazi does eventually find it hard. Wrist shot in on goal. Great save by Alana Kraft. Back towards the point. Ben Kuda keeps it in, plays it down back towards the corner. Hasek's Heroes finding possession of it below the goal line, now looking to start the breakout up the near side. Kuda, though, stepping in and getting possession of that. Actually, that's Zarowski. Zarowski trying to get a shot through traffic. That doesn't succeed, but he has it back again. This time he gets it right to the net front. Another save by Kraft, as that was Kanazi on the doorstep with plenty of time and space to let a shot go. Kraft had to make a big save there to make sure this game stays within reach.
Big save, and the guy that's been killing him so far gets a look in front. That time, Alana Kraft makes a huge save to keep it 4-1. Hasek needs to get some time in the offensive zone and try to claw back into this game. There's plenty of time.
Our broadcast this morning brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. Shot ends up squeaking through and going off the post, and then Kraft makes a save there with the glove hand, pinning that one to her chest to force another whistle. 4:02 now remaining in period number 1. Still the 4-1 lead for the Tonawanda Thunder as Hasek's Heroes making a line change. The Mike Wright line coming out here. That is Wright as well as Nathaniel Usiak and Nahan Howell on the other side. Usiak playing that one forward off the draw. Tonawanda with possession at the point, but that shot doesn't get through. Wright's going to have a chance to get that puck out of the zone. Good play, though, keeping it in by Ava Emerson. Caleb Mosier with another chance to start the breakout, getting it to the point, but again, that one's held in there at the left point by Noah Lundquist this time. Hasek again just trying that far side breakout. This time it does succeed, and Mike Wright tries to skate it through the neutral zone. Good defensive play to knock him off of that puck. Wright, though, has it again below our broadcast position. Backhand pass up to Usiak, and they get it into the zone, but Adam Middleton takes it away for Tonawanda. Middleton circling the net, looking at his options for a pass. Good forecheck play. Nahan Howell forcing a turnover. Howell's got two different Tonawanda players on him, though, and the Thunder now looking to break it out up the near side. Good pass there as Stottlemyre plays it up ice. This one slowly coming back into the Hasek's Heroes zone. There won't be an icing on this play, though, as it's going to be Simonik picking it up behind the net. Aubrey Simonik with a player on her. Loose puck now as it's played toward the front of the net. And now it's going to be a chance for Hasek's Heroes to maybe move it up through the neutral zone with some speed. Back to the Tonawanda blue line, and they play it up ice.
Awesome breakout pass going backwards.
And it looked like it was faking towards the middle and then playing it up the far side, kind of that misdirection play as well, because I think Mike Wright was leaning toward that middle passing lane.
I mean, that's difficult to do it on its own, skating backwards, but a head fake too. I mean, oh, here's trouble.
Mike Wright with a lane up the left wing, trying to get past the defenseman. Stottlemyre out-muscles him instead of out-skating him. Now has it in the corner, feeds a pass along, trying to get it back to the point to Mosier. Mosier gets to that one eventually, gets it back down into the corner. Now he's putting some pressure on. Slid up that far wall. Adam Middleton's going to try to get it out of the zone. Aubrey Simonik making that difficult. Eventually Middleton does get it to center ice. Mike Wright sends it back in across the blue line. Mosier trying to create a loose puck there as it comes across the blue line, but it's going to be an offsides call as Mosier was still trying to tag up. Mike Wright leaving the zone at the same time. Get a face-off now coming up along the blue line with 2:01 to play in first period action. Our broadcast this morning is brought to you by Buffalo Ophthalmology and Buffalo Optique, providing a full range of specialized eye care services for ages 3 and up. Locations: International Drive in Williamsville and off Milestrip Road in Orchard Park. Extended shift here for Wright as he gets it into the offensive zone, but two different Tonawanda players trying to cause a little bit of difficulty there. Good battle for that loose puck as eventually Tonawanda gets it out of the zone. Sent back in across the blue line. That one's going to be an offsides call. Now 1:47 remaining in the first period. Plenty of time here in this first frame for Hasek's Heroes to continue to chip away at what is a 4-1 lead for Tonawanda. I feel like in the last couple of minutes they've had a little bit more of the advantage, a little bit more of the play in the offensive end.
And minus the score, this kind of goes by the script of the way Hasek's has done it. They usually get a little snake bit early, and then in the second period the offense comes. Then in the third period they've been able to put teams away, but they're up against they're having a battle right now, but they're going to look to get an opportunity here.
Mike Wright lets the shot go. It does go off the pad of the goaltender and then gets by. Mike Wright has his team's second goal just when we said there's enough time for Hasek's Heroes to chip away at that lead. It's Mike Wright that does so. It's now 4-2.
Mike Wright, and there's a reason why Coach Latempio and Coach O'Connor have him out there. They need him to drive some offense right here, and he did. He was been out muscling defenders all game. He gets a shot for the short side. Goaltender just caught a little off the post right there, maybe anticipating a pass. Good hard shot by Mike Wright to bank it in off the pad of the goaltender. Hasek's cuts the lead in half right here. Still time to get another one, but also number 11 for Tonawanda's out there as well, so they got to make sure they take care of their own end first.
See if Mike Wright draws the assignment of tight checking on number 11. He's got the puck on his stick right now. He's looking to add to the goal total. He's got a little bit of a lane, enough room to let that shot go. Just couldn't quite get enough on it to get it on net.
There it is!
Check is working, though. Karalunas with a chance in tight, just couldn't quite get the stick on the puck.
Good look there by Mike Wright, and Liam Karalunas doing a great job getting to the dirty areas. You need to get goals. That's the best place to go, and Karalunas, great job getting there. Get back there again, and I guarantee you he will not miss that opportunity a second time.
Karalunas back on defense here as three different Tonawanda players
he's okay.
creating a loose puck there. Karalunas back to his skates after taking a bit of contact there on that play. Puck comes towards the slot, now back to the point. Tonawanda with possession of it. Kuda's shot gets through, got deflected by Kanazi about halfway through, ends up going into the far corner.
Oh boy.
Puck comes in front to Kanazi again. Great diving stop by Alana Kraft. If she doesn't cut off the angle and dive on that puck, Kanazi has a lot of room to make a move in front.
And he's got all day to make it, too. That was a beautiful pass. Alana Kraft just broke the glass in case of emergency and just sold out and dove on top of that puck to make sure Kanazi couldn't get an opportunity. And that's big because now Gabe Mason, the Mason and O'Connor line, is coming out here to maybe try and get this thing one goal.
Another save by Kraft, and she clears the rebound out very nicely. It's going to give O'Connor a chance to get the puck out of the zone. O'Connor in a one-on-one battle does manage to get that puck across the blue line, and now Mosier intercepts a pass, chips it past the defenseman. Foot race now for it. Mosier's going to be the first one to it. Mosier in the corner, pass out in front, one-timer from Dave Mason, and a great save by Dylan Parks. Great setup and a better save.
That was the only thing that could have saved him was a great save, and now here comes Tonawanda looking to counter.
Stottlemyre with the lane up the right wing, gets past the defenseman, lets the shot go, can't get it on net though. Rebound comes off the backboards and a glove save by Alana Kraft right at the end of the period. Furious action in the last minute of the first frame. Period ends with a 4-2 lead in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder, but don't go anywhere, folks. If that action in the last minute wasn't enough evidence, this one's going to be a nail-biter all the way to the end. We're going to step away here as we're ready for second period action. You're watching Hasek's Heroes Hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
All set for second period action here at the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. You're watching live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Hello, I'm Aaron Elpern alongside Sean McHugh in the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. 4-2 is our score after one period of play into period number 2 now, as Hasek's Heroes looking to continue to chip away at the 4-2 Tonawanda lead. They have the game's last goal, but they're going to have to play some defenses. This is the dangerous Domenico Canazzi coming in 2-on-1. Canazzi takes a shot, tries to get it through the screen there. Simonik getting the block, but it comes right back out in front. Simonik having to clear that puck out of danger. It hasn't gotten out of there quite yet. Couple of different hacks at it as Tonawanda looking for that opportunity on the doorstep. Eventually, it's cleared out to the corner by McDonald. Good play at the point to keep that one in along the blue line. The two different players, Lundqvist as well as Cohen, converging to make sure that puck didn't leave the zone. And now with 11:11 to go in the period, the offensive opportunity continues for Tonawanda. Back to the point, Noah Lundqvist with the puck on his stick and plenty of time to make a decision on what to do. Just tries to play it towards the front. Simonik now looking to start the breakout by getting that pass to Mallory McDonald. Collision as that is Marlo McDonald running into her check. As it comes back to the point, kept in by Bradley Cohen at the right point. Tries to take a shot but can't get that one in on net. As now a loose puck in the far corner. That's going to be Aubrey Simonik looking to move it up ice. Tonawanda creating a turnover. Puck comes through the slot. Now Noah Lundqvist steps in from the left point. Lundqvist with a pass into the low slot area. That's where Domenico Canazzi was. Smartly, though, there were two different Hasek's Heroes players on either side of Canazzi.
I mean, Canazzi's been the offense, so you got to be aware of where number 11 is for both squads, and Hasek's doing a good job. They're keeping everything in tight, but the problem is Tonawanda's doing a great job keeping the puck in at the blue line so nobody can change. And
this is a long shift here in the offensive zone for Tonawanda. Basically the first full 2 minutes here of this second period almost entirely spent in the zone to our left. Let's see if Hasek's Heroes can get that puck out and get a much-needed change. Unable to do so here as Cohen gets in the way of that clearing attempt, but it's going to be McDonald. Mallory McDonald making a nice play to carry it out of the zone. Now has the zone entry, getting it deep in the zone, allowing the two defenders to change. That's big in itself. They might get an offensive zone opportunity out of it. Three forwards deep in the offensive zone. McDonald creates a loose puck and gets it to Wojciechowski in front. Couldn't quite get that one to Lazori, and this one could be numbers. Puck comes through the neutral zone. This one could be a breakaway. This is going to be Canazzi in alone. Canazzi lets the shot go, beats the goaltender on the glove side. That was dangerous right from the very beginning of that rush. All five players for Hasek's Heroes getting caught in the offensive zone.
And they lost the worst possible player to lose.
Domenico Canazzi getting another goal, making this one a 5-2 game, as Hasek's Heroes spending a long time in the defensive zone, and then once they got into the offensive zone, almost seemed to forget about the defensive responsibilities on their half the ice.
And that could happen. You're trying to get a goal to get it to within one, but they lost it, but still plenty of time for Hasek's to respond here.
And Mike Wright's just the kind of player that can give that response. He has it
try.
around one defender, takes the shot, and he shoots and scores. Number 21, Mike Wright, with the immediate response. Hasek's Heroes brings it to 5-3.
That's what you need. You got to go to your leaders right here, even at the 10U level. And the big man, Mike Wright, off the face-off, just creates time and space and lets that elite shot of his go. And he's got two, and Hasek immediately gets it back to a 2-goal deficit.
5-3 is the score as Hasek's Heroes getting the immediate response. And that is so timely here because that kills any real sense of momentum that Tonawanda could have taken away. And now there might be another chance for Wright. Great pass from Usiak, and it looks like Parks made a great save, making the pad save, the right-hand blocker pinning that one to the pad, denying what would have been a second consecutive goal for Mike Wright. What a pass, though, to set that one up by Usiak.
Yeah, good team chemistry right there. And Mike Wright got a lot on that shot, but the goaltender Parks pushes off beautifully to get into that shot lane, makes a great save on a hard shot. So this game just continues to go back and forth here.
9 minutes to go in period number 2, and I feel like it's going to be right until the final horn, Sean. This one's going to be a dramatic affair, and both teams going to be looking to get that advantage all the way throughout. Mike Wright with a great play there along the blue line. That one should have been offside.
Way offside, but I think I'm going to take this if I'm Hasek's.
Almost leads to an opportunity for Tonawanda. Mike Wright denying that opportunity, now looking for one of his own. Takes the shot, pad saved by Parks, and then Parks pokes the rebound away. We have a player down on the play.
He's all right.
Back to his skates, and now there might be a chance for Hasek's Heroes to get an opportunity on goal. Howell's shot ends up going wide. Now 8:20 to go in period number 2. Tonawanda with a clearing play through the neutral zone. Robert Chevalier is going to have to go back into his own zone. Turnaround breakout pass to get that one to center ice, but it's going to be Kuda picking it up and looking to move it up through the neutral zone for his side. Hasek's making a change. They actually have too many players on the ice at the moment.
I don't know how that didn't get called.
O'Sullivan scampers back to the bench to avoid the too many players on the ice call as play continues with under 8 to go in the period. Kuda collecting that puck on the far wall, tries to play it up that far boards, but the referee getting in the way of that one. Eventually, though, he does get it up to Kanazi. Kanazi might have a lane here. Good play by Howell to get that poke check, and now Lazori coming back as well. 2 players, that's what it takes to limit those dangerous players like Domenico Kanazi.
Kanazi just got a taste of what it's like to be the focal point of a team's defense, and it didn't slow him down even a little bit. He went straight into the teeth of those 2 defenders. They played him well, but Kanazi, even though he's going to very likely be the focus of all the defensive attention when he's on the ice, he is absolutely fearless and going right to those hard areas. Took some contact right there, still went to make the play, so they're not going to intimidate this kid.
Middleton and Mason on for the face-off as the Hasek's Heroes squad getting properly lined up. Hasek's winning the face-off. Caleb Mosier looking for a lane to skate it out of the zone.
He's got him backwards.
Mosier's got the defenseman turned around, gets past him, and now has a little bit of a step. Feeds that pass towards the slot.
Oh, he hit another post!
Another great setup for the one-time opportunity for Gabe Mason. This one hits the near post.
Man, is this kid Alex Tuck or something? He's hitting every post.
Mosier steps in to try to pinch and create a little bit of difficulty, but it's going to lead to a break for Tonawanda that
too excited.
Fortunately ends up going off sides on the play. Those were numbers through the neutral zone for Tonawanda, but fortunately for Hasek's Heroes, just off sides on the play. Face-off coming up just to the left of our broadcast position. Puck is down, and now it's loose puck and a battle for it right along the blue line. Going to be handled by Middleton. He's got some room to operate in the offensive zone. Tries to take a shot. Really good block by Aubrey Simonik. Back to the point to Lundqvist. Lundqvist surveying things. Winds up for a half slap shot as that one pinballs towards the net. Ends up hitting a defenseman's skate in front and going wide. Back to the far point as defenseman there just playing it down low where Caleb Mosier picks it up and turns around to send it back through the neutral zone. This one probably not going to go far enough for icing as it's going to be Bradley Cohen picking it up for Tonawanda. Has a little bit of difficulty keeping his balance. That's going to give Karalunas a chance to set up some pressure. He also can't keep his balance as now Cohen looking to start the breakout. Simonik keeps it in at the right point. Keeps it in a second time and now feeds it towards the slot. Gabe Mason trying to get to that loose puck, but Stottlemyre beats him to it. Stottlemyre plays it up the far wing. Mosier's the first one to it and creating a loose puck. It's going to be Kanazi, though, sending it across the blue line and now stripping Mosier of that puck and taking a shot himself. Looked like Kraft got a little bit of that one, deflecting it off into the corner. 6 minutes to go in the period. As a one-time opportunity, Kanazi can't get a lot on that one. Looked like that pass just had a little bit too much mustard on it. Noah Lundqvist with a nice pass in the neutral zone to Stottlemyre. Stottlemyre deflects it along to Kanazi. Kanazi can't get it across the blue line, though. And that almost set up a chance for Hasek's Heroes, but they couldn't quite connect on that pass at center ice. Puck comes back towards the point. Nice passing play for Tonawanda as they have an opportunity in front. The back.
Oh my God! What a save!
Alana Kraft diving across the crease, lays the paddle down to make the stop. What a save. That one is maybe the best Hasek's Heroes save of the year. Kanazi alone takes the shot. Kraft makes the stop, but the rebound is poked home as it's Stottlemyre getting the second chance opportunity. And after Kraft makes an absolutely mind-blowing save, Tonawanda doesn't give up. They continue to put the pressure on, and they end up with the 6-3 lead.
I mean, we got to go back to that save by Kraft with two Dominic Hasek photos behind her. Makes a ridiculous save, but the most dangerous Tonawanda Thunder got in alone, and she made another save, but the pressure was too much, and they just banged home the rebound, and it's a 6-3 lead with 5:15 to go in the second.
Hasek's with too many bodies out there on the ice as they get the proper personnel sorted out. It's going to be the line of Mike Wright, Kevin O'Connor, and Gareth Jones. Hasek's Heroes winning control of the faceoff. 5:12 remaining in second period play. It's a 6-3 Tonawanda lead, but a lot of time remaining here. Almost 20 minutes of game time left as it's going to be sent into the offensive zone by Hasek's Heroes. Puck comes through the slot. Pass is intercepted. Now it's going to be Jones with a chance to settle that one down. Comes back towards the near boards. Lazori trying to win a foot race to it. Gets enough of a chip on the offensive player there, keeping Kanazi with a chance to hunt that puck down in the neutral zone. Puck comes across the blue line. Tonawanda finding possession. And it's going to be Mike Wright intercepting a pass and now spinning through the neutral zone as he gets it beyond one of the defenders but can't get to it before it's going to be moved up ice by Tonawanda. And now again, this is Kanazi with a great move around one defender. Kanazi lets the shot go, and Brooke Heigl makes the save as she comes in halfway through the second period, picking up where Alana Kraft left off.
That looks like Kevin O'Connor's stick got caught in the equipment of Kanazi, and when he went to get it back, he put him down. That was a tough break here. Hopefully Kanazi's good. Just a tough play there for both players. That's definitely something you want to keep a look at here as the training staff is going to take a look at Kanazi. Hopefully it's just a bit of a stinger because he has been exciting to watch, and we definitely don't want to see him hampered at all.
As the coaches come onto the ice to check on Kanazi, we'll step away here for a moment. You're watching live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
My name is Stephanie Chang, and I'm an optometrist. I've been with Buffalo Ophthalmology since January 2023. Vision is very important for a child's development and learning. We want to make sure we catch any potential eye conditions early in age, such as lazy eyes or eye turns or any need for glasses. We do a lot of the similar tests as adults, but sometimes we'll modify different components of the exam to fit the child's age and their abilities. Definitely very important to get your child's vision assessed at a young age before problems develop.
Welcome back to the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink as second period play continues. 6-3 is the lead for Tonawanda as Hasek's has been charged with a penalty on that play, so it's going to be a Tonawanda power play here as we have a little bit more than 4 minutes to play in period number 2. Puck in the near corner as Tonawanda looks to get things set up on the man advantage. Good defensive play. Caleb Mosier getting into that passing lane, keeping the puck from getting in front. Again, Mosier intercepts a pass, trying to get it out of the zone. It's kept in at the point by Lundqvist. Lundqvist's shot doesn't get through. Eventually, the shot ends up coming toward the goal, ends up going wide on the near side. Hasek's now trying to get it clear with 22 seconds remaining in the penalty. Puck played behind the net where it's going to be Usiak playing it towards the near boards, unable to get it out of the zone as the Tonawanda power play continues. Little one-time shot taken in front of the net by Adam Middleton. Right in on Brooke Heigl. She makes the save and covers up for a whistle. 9 seconds remaining in the penalty. 3:27 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, and Brooke Heigl getting tested, and she makes 2 nice saves to start as she comes in relief of starter Alana Kraft. That is what Hasek Heroes has been doing. They've been platooning 2 goaltenders the last little while, so Heigl got the start last week. She's coming in relief. She's going to finish this playoff game as there's 9 seconds to go here in the Hasek Heroes penalty kill.
Best of both worlds here for the Hasek Heroes coaching staff is not only can you give the equal playing time to 2 goaltenders, but you know that you have 2 goaltenders that will both do exactly what you want them to do when you put them in net. And actually, it's no matter who you're putting in net with your Hasek Heroes, all 5 of the goaltenders that have played this year have been extremely reliable, if not dominating on the ice sometimes, to make a little bit of a Hasek Heroes pun.
I mean, it is a pun, but I mean, how could you not? Even though these kids never even got to see the great Dominic Hasek play, just his name, when you hear the name, you think great goaltending, and you see that logo on your chest, makes you want to play goal, and that's an abundance, a great thing Hasek Heroes has. They can never have too many goalies, but they've got a surplus.
2:42 to go in second period action. Our broadcast this morning made possible by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility, simulators, lessons, and leagues. Buffalo Golf and Social is the area's best destination for year-round practice and instruction. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. 2:42 remaining in the period, a 3-goal lead for Tonawanda. And again, late in the frame, we're going to want to see whether or not Hasek Heroes can do some work to chip away at that lead. Doing some work defensively there, that was Dejanni Wojciechowski hunting down the dangerous player for Tonawanda. Kanazi looked like he had a lane up that right wing wall. Wojciechowski angled him off perfectly and created a loose puck. The offsides along the blue line ends up following. Now 2:30 to go in the second period.
Yeah, and Hasek's, their 3-goal deficit is far from insurmountable, but if you're Hasek, you definitely want to try and get one before the third. There's just something about 2 goals that just looks a little less daunting than 3 to get back.
Face-off right in front of the Tonawanda bench.
O'Sullivan is trying to Kadarius Toney himself and get a jump on the play.
I like that reference. That was funny.
I'd have Connor O'Sullivan on my football team over Kadarius Toney 1,000 times out of 100.
Same with my hockey team.
That too. Especially hockey, but even football.
Puck sent into the Hasek Heroes zone.
Oh, that's a tough pass.
Dangerous pass in front of the net as Brooke Heigl was actually kind of getting repositioned in front. Fortunately, though, it was a Hasek Heroes player finding possession and getting that puck sent out of danger, but it's now on a dangerous player's stick. It's good to see Kanazi back out there. He was shaken up a couple of minutes ago, and now he's back out there set up in front of the net, trying to create a little bit of forecheck pressure on Gabe Mason.
2 of the most exciting players in this league, the number 11s, are on the ice together. This is definitely a treat here. Let's see if Gabe tries to match. Oh, here he comes. Yep, Gabe sees it.
Kanazi on the far side. Mason coming over to put some pressure on him, but Kanazi gets it into the offensive zone. Ethan Lazor banks it off the boards to try to get it away from him. Ends up working out perfectly as it comes right to Mason. Mason now trying to skate it up through the neutral zone.
That's a trip. Thank you.
Gets tripped up. Penalty coming on the play as the touch is made by the Tonawanda player, and the speed of number 11, Gabe Mason, giving the Hasek Heroes squad an opportunity on the power play at a point in the game where they could really use that.
Yeah, this power play is not a millisecond too early. They need to get some, if nothing else, just get some possession and just start feeling good going into the third here. But when you get a minute though to work here. Let's see if they can get some possession, get a shot, and see if they can maybe close this gap a little bit, because like I said, just 2 goals going into a third is a lot less scary than 3.
Mason, O'Connor, and Jones on the front line for this power play. It's going to be Mosier and Simonik on the blue line as Tonawanda getting their 4th skater out here. Minute 29 to go in the period. It's a power play now coming up for the Hasek Heroes squad. And this is a critical moment in the game, whether or not you're looking at it from the Hasek side or the Tonawanda side. A chance to cut a little bit closer and a chance to keep that lead if you're Tonawanda. Puck just inside the blue line. O'Connor having to make some moves to get that one away from the dangerous player Kanazi. Tonawanda, though, getting the clear, and now a foot race for the puck right below our broadcast position. Good play by Mosier to make sure that he beat Kanazi to that puck. The 2 number 11s go to work battling for a loose puck in the neutral
there
zone.
You go. That's physical play right there. Mason and Kanazi just going to the ground together.
Both players back to their skates as
Get
Mason
onside,
picks
get
up a
onside.
loose puck. Both Jones and O'Connor offsides on that play, so we get a stoppage with 50 seconds remaining in the period. Still 21 seconds to go in the power play for Hasek's Heroes as we get a line change up front. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a stacked power play group out there as it's Mike Wright joining Gabe Mason as well as Kevin O'Connor. See whether or not this trio can make anything happen in the last 50 seconds of the period.
I would definitely think you're going to see a little more of this trio, but oh boy.
Could be a chance on the shorthanded opportunity. It's the dangerous player for Tonawanda again. Kanazi lets a hard wrist shot go. Brooke Heigl up to the challenge with the left pad save.
He's got time.
35 seconds in the period. Mike Wright's got a lot of ice in front of him. Right through the neutral zone. He's got the defender with his back to him. Steps between the two defenders, but a great play by Noah Lundqvist as he smartly gets stick on puck there.
Boy.
And now it could lead to a chance for Kanazi at the other end. Kanazi takes the shot. Glove saved by Heigl. Great play by Simonik as that forced an early shot. 9 seconds to go in the period. Enough time for Tonawanda to develop one more chance, but that shot doesn't get through. See if Wright realizes how much time he has. Couldn't quite get the space to let a shot go as the period comes to a close. 6-3 is the score in favor of Tonawanda. 1 period left to go. Hasek's Heroes will get a chance to come back here in this game as they have 15 minutes left and their playoff lives are on the line. They trail by 3 heading into the third. We'll be back with third period action here on the Nickel City Hockey Network.
People ask, what is Buffalo Golf and Social? Buffalo Golf and Social is anything you want it to be. It can be the best instruction. It can be a vibe. It can be a hangout with your friends, running a simulator for 4 hours, playing your own playlist, and putting a game up on the TV. We are about everything and anything pertaining to golf. And most importantly, we are trying to build a community of players and a community of people who love and are dedicated to the game.
Third period action underway, about 15 seconds into the period as we have an icing call. Face-off will be coming back into the Hasek's Heroes zone. You're watching live coverage of Hasek's Heroes hockey on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Thank you for joining us this morning. My name is Aaron Elpern, alongside color commentator Sean McHugh, camera operator Destiny Cosner, as we join you from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. Hasek's Heroes trying to come back here in their first playoff game opportunity as the first year of travel hockey in the Hasek's Heroes organization has now gotten into the postseason. It's a 6-3 lead in favor of Tonawanda, but it's going to be Hasek's Heroes looking to chip away. Mike Wright with some speed. Wright has a chance to take a shot. Good block there as the 3 Tonawanda defenders coming back hard into the defensive zone, ending up getting enough of a deflection to make that shot a little bit more restricted, and now we have a couple players down on the play late as one player getting back to his skates. That's Mike Wright. The Tonawanda player still getting back to a comfortable position as it seems like everybody is okay off of that play, but everybody taking a knee in good sportsmanship and making sure that everybody is back to full strength here. Both skaters coming off the ice at full power. About 40 seconds into the action here in the third period. Face-off will be coming up in the offensive zone for Hasek's Heroes.
And Mike Wright, he's going to try to do it himself when he's on the ice, and that's a good strategy. You might want to see him look. He had some teammates ahead of him, but Mike Wright did create an opportunity, and now they get an offensive zone face-off to get started, get to work here. Puck
played towards the front of the net, and a loose puck there in front of the goaltender Parks for a tantalizing moment from the Hasek's Heroes side. But the defenders for Tonawanda making sure that puck didn't sit in front of their netminder for too long. End up clearing it the length of the ice, and they suffer the icing penalty against them as faceoff will again come back into the Tonawanda zone. 14:06 left in period number 3.
Yep, got to get to work here. Got plenty of time, but the pedal's got to be basically to the floor in the rest of this period if they're going to come back here. Good start, though. First minute of the period spent in the Tonawanda zone. You got to start on offense, and getting possession's how you do that.
Faceoff comes back towards the Hasek Heroes point. Caleb Mosier with a cross-ice pass, trying to find McDonald with that one. Tonawanda ends up getting to that loose puck first and getting the puck cleared to the neutral zone. That was almost very dangerous as Kanazi was behind the defense. Another look by Ethan Zorowski. The two of them have been on the same page right from the beginning. Zorowski and Kanazi, a great pair that seem to have that share of brain, and they always know where each other are, and they've been passing very nicely between each other.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this duo for Tonawanda is going to be a problem for a lot of teams to deal with for a while as these two players develop their game and go up into the travel ranks. At the 10U, they're studs, and they're only going to get better with more experience and playing time.
Looked like they had a little set play off that faceoff, too, with the clean win from Kanazi on the backhand. Almost got it right to Zorowski with a chance to let a shot go from the mid-slot. Hasek smartly clearing that puck out of their zone. Nice little battle for that loose puck there. Deani Wojciechowski winning that battle against Domenico Kanazi. Puck sent deep into the Hasek Heroes offensive zone. It comes back towards the point. Wojciechowski again quickly on a loose puck. Now Caleb Mosier has it in the near corner. Mosier's backhand pass doesn't find a teammate in front. And now it's going to be a chance for Kanazi to skate it out of the zone. Kanazi might have a bit of a lane. Caleb Mosier, though, angling him perfectly to make sure that there was no opportunity in that first push. Kanazi with a second opportunity and lets that shot go. Pad save made by Brooke Heigl as she slides from left to right. She might get an assist on this play as Caleb Mosier's now skating into the offensive zone. Mosier takes the shot, shoots and scores through the glove hand of the netminder. Enough momentum on that shot to get it through the goaltender. It's now a 6-4 game. Caleb Mosier getting his team the goal at a key point here in this third period.
And he got the defender put in the spin cycle. When that was all said and done, the defender was off in the corner, and then Mosier just angrily rips that puck on net. Goaltender gets a chunk of it, but that thing was coming in hot, and it gets over the line. So, job one, mission accomplished for Hasek. Get the first one. Now they got to get it to one, and they got to play in the offensive zone. And here they go. Puck is in the offensive zone, and O'Connor's leading the forecheck.
O'Connor basically won a battle for that loose puck with the official skate in the neutral zone. Puck ends up coming back into center ice. Ethan Lazori's got two different players on him. Really nice play to flip that one up ice and to keep the Tonawanda players from really having anything going on right in front of him. Could be something for Stottlemyre, though, as he gets a loose puck and gets behind the defense. Stottlemyre rips the wrist shot, and it's now 7-4 in favor of Tonawanda. Stottlemyre with the celebration sliding towards his bench as Tonawanda gets the answer much in the same fashion that Hasek did earlier in this game.
Yeah, and you can't be trading goals if you're Hasek. You got to get them on a bunch, and yeah, they lost Stottlemyre, and he got in. Brooke Heigl in a tough spot right there, and back and forth we go as it's back to a 3-goal Tonawanda lead.
A lot of time left, though. 12:10 still remaining on the clock. As Hasek's Heroes with a flip pass through the neutral zone. That one doesn't connect as it comes below our broadcast position. Puck is eventually collected and handled by Middleton as he skates it into the offensive zone. Middleton losing control, but eventually getting that pass along to a teammate. Backhand shot from Stottlemyre looking for his second of the shift. Save is made by Brooke Heigl. She covers up for a whistle. Now 11:50 remaining in third period action.
Yeah, Hasek has to go now. I mean, there's 11 minutes left. They got to get a quick one, then another quick one, and they also have to worry about defense. So now it's gut check time for these Hasek Heroes, and Gabe Mason's going to play center. Look for him to try and win this straight ahead and try and go into the offensive zone to get a quick one here.
11:50 potentially remaining in the Hasek Heroes postseason as the drama starts to pick up here as the Hasek Heroes squad's going to have to go to work at this 3-goal Tonawanda lead. Something they've done before this season, though, overcome deficits in some games and come back to win or force ties. This is the most important time when they're going to have to come back. Puck ends up leaving the zone and then being sent right back in again, so that's an offsides call against Hasek Heroes. They'll get a neutral zone faceoff right in front of the Tonawanda bench as our broadcast this morning brought to you by Buffalo Golf and Social, Western New York's leading indoor golf facility. Locations downtown and in Orchard Park. Book your next event at Buffalo Golf and Social. Puck is down in the neutral zone draw. Gabe Mason getting it into the offensive zone. O'Connor taking a shot that can't get past the defenseman. Tonawanda then getting the puck cleared to the blue line and just out. Chevalier with a nice move around the one player there. Then he makes the pass to the blue line, and O'Connor just a little bit ahead of that one. That one about a half a step off sides, but a good look and a good pass. Just not quite coordinated to make sure it didn't go in off sides.
It was a good-looking play, but yeah, Hasek's, they're antsy trying to get this thing tight, and Kevin O'Connor Jr. just a little bit offsides right there. Ref right on the blue line makes the correct call, but I love the aggressive ice-stretching approach. It's what you got to do here if you're Hasek's.
Mason, O'Connor, and Jones the line in front for the Hasek Heroes squad. It's going to be Wesley Stottlemyre taking it away for Tonawanda. Good angle work over there on the far side, and then a little bit of physicality as well to create the loose puck. Marlo McDonald playing some good defense at center ice. That allows Gabe Mason to pick the puck up behind his own net, skates it through a couple Tonawanda players, eventually slides the pass along to O'Connor. O'Connor now out into the neutral zone. Losing control of it there, and now it's going to be Stottlemyre looking to counter. Stottlemyre along the near boards, backhand pass towards the front of the net. Player there waiting for that pass was Middleton, but two different Hasek Heroes players on either side kind of restricted what Middleton could do with that puck.
The two number threes go to the wall, and Kevin O'Connor Jr.'s got some size here, and he used it to his advantage, but he does not get the puck out, and Tonawanda looking for another opportunity.
Middleton was the beneficiary of a good bounce there and almost ended up with a good chance. Puck ends up being slid through the slot. Hasek's getting the clear. Now let's see if they can develop some pressure in the neutral zone.
They got to get on the puck right here.
Puck is sent towards the Hasek Heroes blue line off the skate of Middleton. Then it is picked up by Jeremy Kerr, and he gets it across the blue line. Gabe Mason pokes it out of the zone now trying to get it past the defenseman. He might have a step. Gabe Mason into the offensive zone, lets the shot go, trying to go top corner, didn't miss by much, ends up going up over the net, and now it's back towards the point where Nahan Howell keeps it in.
Aaron, that would have killed me if he barred down that shot.
You might have fallen over the railing down onto the first level.
I would have fallen into the parking lot, Aaron, if you would have barred down that shot.
Puck sent down deep into the near corner. Hasek's trying to get that forecheck set up. Good look there from Caleb Mosier as he had Mason in front of the net. Maybe just a little bit too far out in front of Mason. Couldn't quite collect it in there.
Edge work, though, by Gabe Mason is absurd for a player his age.
It's absurd for a player 5 years older than him.
It's true. It's true.
Tonawanda with a chance in front of the net. Backhand shot taken there. Good pad save made after Middleton let that shot go. Middleton now looking for a player in front of the net. Couldn't get that pass to Stottlemyre. Pass is eventually collected here on the near side. Turnaround shot by Kanazi goes off the pad of Brooke Heigl. And now Tonawanda with a little bit of time here in the offensive zone as we're under 9 minutes to go in regulation. Puck comes up the left wing wall. Nathaniel Usiak leaving it there for Mosier. Mosier now carrying it into the offensive zone. Angled off that puck by Stottlemyre as that was just enough contact to create a loose puck, but not too much contact that would have drawn a penalty. Lazor with a dangerous pass there. It ends up going off the stick of Zarowski. Couple of moves there by Mike Wright along his own blue line. Can't quite maintain possession through center ice in order to get an offensive push. Right now has to go back into a defensive position as that shot comes in from Kanazi and goes wide. Right now in a battle along the near boards as he skates it up through the middle of the ice.
Got room.
Mike Wright with a lane through the middle of center ice, and now Wright's into the offensive zone. He's got a player in front of the net. Just gets angled there to keep that shot from having a lot on it. And Dylan Parks covers up for a whistle with 8:07 to go in the period. Players getting back to their skates here after the play is blown dead. Face-off will be coming to the left of Parks. A couple of changes being made on either side.
Yep, 8:07 to go, still time, but Hasek has got to start getting the puck to the net. I like Mike Wright putting his head down and going. Got to get everything you can on this goal to get back in this, and they're going to keep him out there, and he's on the wing right here. I bet he's going straight to the net if Hasek can get some possession here.
Nathaniel Usiak on the face-off for Hasek's Heroes. As he plays it to the far corner. Picked up there by Tonawanda, and it's going to be Fox Honan trying to get it out of the zone. Sent right back into the near corner where it's going to be Mike Wright finding control. Wright's pass to Howell. Howell along to Chevalier. Now back to Howell. Puck's in front of the net. A chance in tight as Usiak can't get it past the goaltender on the first chance. The second one does get past the goaltender, and now it is a 7-5 game as it's Nahan Howell getting the goal, getting his team back within 2.
Nahan Howell doing a great job going to the net. It looked like it was covered by the goaltender Parks. Oh, Nahan Howell hits the gritty. as he just dives head first and just drives it home. Again, you love to see it if you're a coach. But now, Hasek's Heroes got to put it behind them because you got more work to do. But yeah, you need 2 and 7.5, so let's see how they reply here. They're keeping that line out there, Aaron, so this line's been scoring, so don't fix what's not broken. 4 of the 5 goals from this line. A little late for the anthem, huh, Aaron?
This song never is, there's never a wrong time for it.
Bring Doug Allen back, by the way.
Maybe a 3-on-2 here into the offensive zone for Hasek's Heroes. Mike Wright with the puck on his stick, lets a wrist shot go. Can't find the proper side of the near post, but the puck is kept deep in the zone as a nice play made by Usiak to make sure that puck gets down low. Usiak to Mike Wright.
He's got a shot.
Right towards the slot. Just can't get that shot through the first defenseman. Rebound opportunity in front of the net. Usiak almost gets that one up over the goaltender. Looked like Parks got just enough of that one to deny the opportunity for number 24 for Hasek's Heroes. Pass comes in front of the net as it was Wright trying to get that one to Usiak. This line really buzzing in the offensive zone now. Tonawanda smartly just sending that one the length of the ice. This
that's
one
a great clear, too. He put some spin on that wedge.
Just enough flutter to that puck to keep it from going the length of the ice. Hasek's Heroes will have to go the full 200 feet. They're going to look to create any offense, and actually this might be an icing on Hasek's Heroes as this one will make it to the goal line as the faceoff will come back into the Hasek's Heroes zone with 6:35 to go in third period action. Still a 7-5 lead in favor of Tonawanda, but Hasek's Heroes with the most recent goal chipping away at that lead. And our broadcast today brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard in digital media solutions. Learn more about 412 by visiting their website, 412communications.com.
Aaron, on the topic of that wedge, what surface do you think is harder to stick one on? This ice or the greens at Riviera?
Greens at Riviera.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that, but that is
unless you get it at the early part of the morning, when there's maybe still a little bit of dew in those greens. If it's in the middle of the afternoon,
forget it.
This ice is soft in comparison. Might have a chance here on a rush play as that was Mallory McDonald trying to get it with speed into the offensive zone. Ends up getting tripped up just before gaining the zone, and then Hasek ends up going offsides on the play. Now 6:20 remaining in regulation. A 2-goal lead for Tonawanda as Hasek's Heroes looking to bring the drama here in the postseason. This has been a very evenly played game throughout. Tonawanda's had a little bit of an advantage on the scoreboard, but they certainly are going to have to make sure that stands up, and they're going to have to play a lot of hard defense here in the last 6 minutes.
Oh, these Hasek's Heroes are sure not going to make it easy on them, and they're going to look to break out here, but Tonawanda dogged on the forecheck. This is going to work, though. This is one of those spinners we like, so let's see if the forecheck can create an opportunity here.
Puck in the near corner, deep in the Tonawanda zone as they try to get it out of the zone. Eventually, they do get it across the blue line as we have a whistle being blown, a player down on the play in the zone to our left. So the play is blown dead as head coach Joe Lotempio comes out to take a look at his player. We'll take a brief break here on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Be back here with the remainder of third period action from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink.
I created Buffalo Golf and Social for one reason: to create a space that's different and unique from any other golf facility you've ever been to. It's a place to learn, and it's a place to enjoy. You ready?
Hasek's Heroes player heading back to the bench as we are ready to continue with third period action. 5:51 remaining here in the third. Tonawanda has the 7-5 lead. Hasek's Heroes has the most recent goal in this game. They've continued to chip away every time it looked like Tonawanda got a little bit of separation. The Hasek's Heroes squad showing the stick-to-itiveness that you love to see as they keep on coming back here in this game. Can they complete the comeback? Mosier's going to try to help that along as he tries to collect that loose puck in the mid-slot. Good defensive play to make that much more difficult. You're not going to see this Tonawanda squad relent one bit, but there could be a chance in tight.
Oh, Carol Lunas with a great pass, too.
Looked like O'Sullivan had the shot there. Might have just hit the skate of Mosier to slow it down on the way in. Hasek's Heroes doing the work that they need to do, going to the front of the net. You don't have to score pretty goals in playoff hockey. You just have to make sure you get that puck across the goal line.
They don't ask how, they ask how many. Look at the last goal by Hasek. About as unpretty as they get, but they count. And that's what Hasek needs right now, as Mosier is cocking that stick like he wants to fire one.
Gabe Mason winning the face-off as Hasek's Heroes gets it deep in the offensive zone. Chevalier making sure that one got down into the corner. Chevalier now back to his point position, makes sure it stays in, makes a cross-ice pass, trying to get it to Mosier. Mosier has to battle for that loose puck, and it ends up with Tonawanda carrying it through the neutral zone. Across the blue line, Thunder into the offensive zone, but a good play by Chevalier to keep that pass from connecting in front of the net. Gabe Mason then grabs hold of that loose puck behind his own net. Looking for that long pass.
He faked everybody out.
Just decides to skate it up the near side, and there's a lot of room in front of him. Cuts back towards the center and now has room here in the offensive zone. Around one defender, takes the shot. Great save. Dylan Parks squeezing the legs shut, denying Gabe Mason on that hard wrist shot as Mason went coast to coast, gave himself the opportunity, but Parks with a big save to keep this one a 2-goal game.
Aaron, that might be the difference in the game. Parks has stopped Gabe Mason point blank 3 times today, and he's hit 2 posts. So, however, I mean, I'm not trying to double shift anybody, but if Mason's on the ice, I'm feeding him the puck and I'm letting him go because he's getting opportunities. They're going to go if he keeps shooting.
Mason flips the draw towards the front of the net, trying to get it to where Jones could hunt it down. Good play by the Tonawanda defender to make sure that puck left the zone instead of staying in a dangerous area. Looked like that was potentially offsides on that play, but again, we keep mentioning just one ref on hand today. Good defensive play by Aubrey Simonik, keeping that opportunity from coming together for Tonawanda. Gabe Mason with a shot block. Simonik gets another stick in that shooting lane to keep that puck from getting in on goal. That puck does bounce off the pad of Brooke Heigl, and the rebound is sitting there for Stottlemyre, and Stottlemyre sneaks it past Heigl. It's now 8-5 as Tonawanda getting that bit of separation that they've been looking to get throughout this game. See whether or not Hasek can get the answer this time.
That's also the 3rd time Hasek has been stopped blind on a glorious opportunity. In the next rush, Tonawanda gets one. They are opportunistic. They take care of their own end first, and they play offense, and that's just what they've been doing today. Evenly matched on the ice, but Tonawanda's buried their opportunities when they've gotten them.
So 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. It's a 3-goal Tonawanda lead. Puck along the Hasek's Heroes blue line. They'll have to play a little bit of defense first before they can try to go back to work offensively. Gabe Mason creating a loose puck here in the near corner. Chips it past one player, might have an opportunity with some speed. It's a 1-on-2, but he's got both defenders turned around. Mason now tries to go left of one defender, takes the shot, trying to get it by on the short side. Good play by Parks, the goaltender, to squeeze that pad to the post and keep Mason from getting another one.
Connor sends his man to the ground, too.
Desperation time here for Hasek's Heroes as they're pulling out all the stops physically and offensively. Have to play some defense right now as that rush opportunity almost came together for Tonawanda. Adam Middleton trying to skate it through the neutral zone.
Just offsides.
Middleton ends up a half a stride across the line as it was Noah Lundquist trying to carry it in on the far side of the blue line. Now 3:17 remaining in regulation as Gabe Mason was a touch slow getting back to his skates here in the neutral zone. Really good to see the sportsmanship, even though this playoff hockey has that added bit of intensity. Number 10 from the Tonawanda side, Bradley Cohen, helping Mason back to his skates. Mike Wright with a chance to chip away at that lead, lets the shot go, and Dylan Parks with another save. We've talked about Kanazi being a difference maker on the offensive side of things for Tonawanda today. Dylan Parks has been just as influential in net.
You need your goalie in the playoffs, and Tonawanda's has had, this period alone, he's faced more high-danger scoring opportunities. One got by him, and you're not going to blame him for it, but he's made huge saves, and that's how Tonawanda has this lead very late here in the 3rd period.
Hasek's Heroes going to need a goal a minute now. They trail by 3 with 3 minutes remaining. Puck in the neutral zone. Nathaniel Usiak battling to get to that loose puck. Tries to make a pass through the middle of the neutral zone. Ends up being intercepted by Zarowski, but he makes 2 different moves at the blue line. Ends up drawing a teammate in offsides. 2:48 now remaining in the period. Face-off coming up in front of the Hasek's Heroes bench. As our broadcast today and all season has been brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty.
Gut check time right here for Hasek's Heroes. Ooh, Mike Wright got away with some Brad Marchand-ness, I think.
But there still might be a chance here for Tonawanda. Good hard wrist shot there, as again it was Domenico Canazzi letting the shot go. Great pad save and glove save there by Heigl, as Canazzi could easily have 7 or 8 in this game.
I am very interested to see how his career takes off. He is, I mean, we've seen some really nice players here with Mason and Mike Wright, among several other Hasek Heroes players, as well as, you know, just some of the great players we see over at Amherst, and now Tonawanda's got some studs too.
Yeah, the 3 Tonawanda teams have all shown us some great players, whether it be blue, gray, or green. Now you have, and then the Amherst teams, as Sean mentioned as well, we've seen some great talent on display here early on. And there's a shot that ends up getting past the netminder Heigl. She makes the save, but it ends up kind of ramping up her stick and ending up finding the back of the net. It's now 9-5 in favor of Tonawanda, as the 4-goal lead might be just enough separation that the Thunder can breathe easier now.
Yeah, that's a tough break for Brooke Heigl. She did everything right, but the puck kind of got on edge for her, and it jumped, and it got over her. She's played outstanding in relief. Both goaltenders have. Just one of those days, unfortunately, for Hasek's.
So 2:15 is what remains in regulation. It's a 4-goal lead in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder, and they have been an impressive team here today. We talked about it would be a challenge for Hasek Heroes, but the type of challenge you want to see in postseason hockey. Both teams have certainly brought it today. The Tonawanda Thunder side just been a little bit better, a little bit sharper in some of the passing, and they've certainly been good about finishing in front of the net. That's maybe where the advantage has been. Some of the defensive work by Tonawanda in front of their own net, as well as what Dylan Parks has done in between the pipes. Just been a little bit better than what Hasek Heroes has done today, but it's been a great battle from start to finish. Still a minute 35 to go, and you know that Coach Cholo Tempio, as well as the full Hasek Heroes squad, they're going to play all the way to the final horn.
Absolutely, no doubt about that at all. And here's the thing, Aaron, we talked about how cool it is that these players got a taste of playoff hockey in their first season. Well, as we've all been there, Aaron, eventually you're going to lose in the playoffs, and you're going to feel that sting. As we know Joe Latempio as well as anybody, these kids are going to come back motivated next season now that they got a taste of success and a little bit of a gut punch here in the playoffs.
Well, it kind of gives you an idea of the extra bit that is maybe needed when it comes to postseason hockey, because there is a certain step up in the level of play, no matter if you're talking about 10U hockey, high school hockey, college hockey.
NHL.
The NHL. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. It's a little bit different, and when you lose, you know that sting is certainly there more than it is during the regular season. It's bad, but it's good because it makes it that much more important. Really will lock these players in when it comes to their work next year.
There's a great defensive play there by Gabe Mason playing to the end, and like Aaron said, no player that has ever had success in this game does not know this feeling. It's part of developing as a hockey player. I mean, this Hasek Heroes program has done great things just for the game in general, much less all these young kids. I expect to see that increase by a ton. As Tonawanda's still buzzing around the net, too. They're not about to go away either in the final 30 seconds.
One-time opportunity, great save, and then the rebound is sitting there. That one's put home by Tonawanda. They go out in front 10-5. As they really have put that foot to the floor, not really letting up one bit here. Clock running here with under 15 seconds to go, as that looks like that will be the way the season comes to a close here, as it is the Tonawanda Thunder taking this one in the first round of the playoffs to advance to round 2. The Hasek Heroes season coming to a successful conclusion, even though this one ends with a bitter taste in, I'm sure, every player's mouth, as it is a 10-5 victory in favor of the Tonawanda Thunder. But as we've been mentioning here over the last couple of minutes, this is something that will no doubt lead to a very motivated and dedicated Hasek Heroes squad when it comes to what they do next year on the ice, as this group obviously wanted to do better here today, but it will motivate them for their work next year.
Yeah, and you can see some emotion coming out for these Hasek players. Some of these players are taking this loss very hard, but it was a good game. Tonawanda came, they brought it. Hasek didn't back down. Tonawanda just got a couple more bounces. They finished on their opportunities. Parks made amazing saves in the third period, and great season for these Hasek Heroes, how they came together as a team. Tough way for it to end, but they'll be back, Aaron. They'll be back stronger than ever.
And one last time for us to point out just how much and how positive of an influence the Hasek Heroes program is on the community, providing the community with a place for young athletes to learn to skate, learn to play the game of hockey. You've seen the next level, the advancement of the program here with this travel squad, the first time that a Hasek Heroes team has played outside of the organization, playing against teams from Amherst, Tonawanda, Niagara, all across the Buffalo region. It's been really a pleasure for us here at the Nickel City Hockey Network to bring you these broadcasts. We view our work here as a positive contribution to the local hockey community, and we can only do a drop in the bucket of what Hasek Heroes does in terms of what they provide to local hockey players. It's been our pleasure and honor to be a part of these broadcasts and a part of what Hasek Heroes has done throughout this season. Thanks to Joe Lotempio and everybody involved with Hasek Heroes for the chance to come and add a little bit to what they do here. And thanks to all the players for giving us that extra little boost here, because
they made us remember what it's like to play it at this age, and it was the best thing ever for us.
This matters a lot to us because of how much it matters to them, and we thank them for what they have provided us in terms of motivation for these broadcasts. So it's been an honor to have this full season schedule here of Hasek Heroes hockey, and we can't wait for next year.
I can't wait for next year either, and we still got work to do here with other games too. We got a big one coming up later at the college ranks, but we will get to that in a moment, because this like Aaron said, we're just here to help Hasek Heroes do what they do in this community, which is grow the game of hockey and give every kid who wants the opportunity to play this game the opportunity to play this game. Like we've said all season, one of the biggest reasons kids never even think about experiencing this game is whether it's finance, whether it's no rinks nearby, whether it's just no guidance to find their way to the game. Well, one of the biggest legends in our area, Dominic Hasek, started this a decade ago, and now this is in the hands of some great people, led by our dear friend Joe Lotempio, as well as Coach Kevin O'Connor and the amazing staff they have here. And I think that we're going to see this 10U, we're going to see more travel teams, we're going to see a higher emphasis, and we're going to see plenty more. And Aaron, the fun's not done for some of our players, as I know Gabe Mason and some others have a pretty big day ahead of them at the highest level of hockey.
Yeah, there will be 3 players from Hasek Heroes on Monday night skating onto the ice at KeyBank Center with the Buffalo Sabres, part of the pregame national anthem ceremony. Look for Gabe Mason as well as a couple of other Hasek Heroes players on the ice Monday night at the Sabres game. That one's going to be exciting for them. As for now, they shake off the bitter taste of this defeat. Congratulations, though, to the Tonawanda Thunder Gray squad as they came out of here with a well-earned 10-5 victory. That's going to wrap up our broadcast here from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink. More playoff hockey coming up on the Nickel City Hockey Network, as we'll have live coverage of Erie Community College and Buffalo State later on this afternoon at 2:20. Be sure to tune in for that game later on today. But this is going to wrap up our broadcast here from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. Thanks to color commentator Sean McHugh, camera operator Destiny Cosner. My name is Aaron Elpern. Hope you join us again later on today for our second part of our doubleheader. Either way, thank you for joining us throughout the season for Hasek Heroes Hockey. It's been a delight to bring you these games. Hope to see you again later on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Thanks so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.